Welcome everyone. Just a bit outside radio show, JABO live for the big game simulation. We just wrapped up our regular weekly show. It was live on YouTube only this week. Sorry about that. That's entirely my fault, but that's another thing. Um, yeah, so if you haven't caught this week's show, it's right there on YouTube. It'll be live right before this one. Go back and check it out. Great show. We talked about the Unrivaled Basketball League. Sports Bay Jana joined us for the show, speaking out about it. Her and Keisha went to the Unrivaled up in Philadelphia this past Friday. Great time. They share their experiences there. We talked about, of course, our Super Bowl picks there at the end of the show. We talked about all this crazy weather that Baltimore's been getting. Because let me tell you, I may not be in Baltimore anymore, but it is absolutely wild there, the stuff that they're experiencing. So yeah, they kind of talk about that a little bit. And you got the Olympics starting up, draft, NBA trade deadline just passed, and some wild trades happened. So you're watching this. This is the Super Bowl simulation annually. Do it, and you checked out this video. You can, if you're watching it live, that's awesome. Appreciate it. If you're not, if you want to check out this last week's show, click on that live right before this one, and you can always go back and check it out after the Super Bowl simulation. You can do it before and then come back to this. Whatever you want to do, just as long as you watch. That's what we appreciate. I'm gonna go on mute for a minute and get some links sent out so that hopefully people watch this. But I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Shared the link on the show page, shared the link on my own personal page, and let's find out who wins this. So if you're not familiar with Madden, I just want to show that's to play as the Seahawks, that's to play as the Patriots, right in the middle. That's all the computer. I will not be influencing this game. I will not be changing anything around. Now, if you notice things at the top, I find it kind of interesting. Overall, Seattle rated at an 85, Patriots at an 86. But at the top, there's three names for each team. Those are supposed to be like the three biggest players, impact players, whatever. Um, Jackson Smith, Nigba is has that red X. That's supposed to be like the highest. And then Witherspoon and Walker is the third, are superstar level. Um, so they have only one X player on there. And then for the Patriots, they have two, Gonzalez and May, but they don't have a superstar rated. The next is Diggs, who doesn't have that icon. That's it's interesting. So we'll see how that plays into things. You're not controlling the team. Are you sure you'd like to continue? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Super Bowl time.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion New England Patriots taking on the NFC champions. Brandon Gardner along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this is a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Counter, offense, these guys don't lack either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Patriots getting ready on offense. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. And we harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
May going to give it to Henderson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
We need to flip the field. Big plays. Big plays are definitely, I think, something that's going to be important this week. That the team that can get the big play will get the title. I mean, and it's funny to say because with those Patriot teams with Tom Brady, that was all dink and dunk, short plays, but I mean, that can go so far. But you need those playmakers that can flip the field like they did right there. Number side of the red zone at the 12. You know, as I was thinking about doing this simulation, I've broadcasted every year. Last year I did a few different things, which is in addition to the Madden simulation. Patriots score. First touchdown of the game. Will that be what happens this weekend? Sunday will only tell. Yeah, like I was saying, what I did last year was, in addition to the Madden simulation, I downloaded some created characters in WWE's game and did a match there. And I was going to do that again this year, but I couldn't find some really good created characters. I'm not good at creating the characters too. That require like getting images and downloading them, just putting the parts together. I'm not that skilled with the created characters stuff on WWE, so I wish I could have done that. Yeah, I was really shocked I couldn't find too many, but maybe next year we'll see what happens. Patriots lead 7-0. 3:17 left in the first.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. Oh, good move. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
10 yards and a Seattle first down. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game continues?
They trotted them out early for a reason, partner. They're letting them know that this is in the arsenal, and we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
Now be taken in by Shaheed. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another big game.
Man, look at that play. Catches it at the first down marker. Does that neat little spin and got, 6-7 yards more out of it? And speaking of great receptions, right before we went on live,
Well, only 3
the
plays in
NFL
here, but
Honors
really,
is on right
Charles, a
now
solid start
on
for this offense,
Peacock,
and now we'll see
NBC,
if they can
whatever.
continue their mission
And
in this drive in 6.
shout out to Tedero McMillan, alumni of Darnold goes down. That was a big sack. Then right before we went on Arizona, who you know I love. That's my hometown. Go Wildcats. He took home the Offensive Rookie of the Year. He had a great year here in North Carolina. He plays for the Carolina Panthers. And man, he tore it up. He had a really good season. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do next year. We have some more award. Oh, no way. Can he go all the way? Can he go? He's kind of slow. Nope. Wow. Patriots go up 14-0 quick off of a fumble recovery. Wow. That was a huge play.
Had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game.
And speaking of strip sacks, one of the best in the game was recognized for it earlier on the NFL Honors. You got from the AFC North, everyone's a rival, but all mad respect to Myles Garrett. It's the
Borregales now for the extra point.
NFL Honors for Defensive Player of the Year. Another award was Comeback Player of the Year. That went to CMC, Christian McCaffrey, right there in San Francisco where the Super Bowl is being played this year. As more awards get announced, I'll let you know.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field ready for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Excellent job on the tackle for loss by Harold Landry, shooting into the backfield.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Darnold down to throw. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. He'll be a gain of just a yard. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
3rd and 11.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 14-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third
Wow,
down
the Seahawks really
conversion.
needed that, and it was kind of crazy to see that with that being the first play of the second quarter. But I mean, after that strip sack, they're down by 2 TDs, so they can't punt. They need to make use of every possession.
Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And space tough to come by there, so to get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Open man, the tight end, Henry. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
On 1st down, it's Henderson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On play action, May. Got a man, Boutte. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here's Stevenson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, Henderson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's May. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Hunter Henry.
This is getting ugly.
And the Patriots continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now they've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan of how to utilize him best when they get in close.
The extra point now for Borregales. And it is now 21-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown.
Just under 2 minutes in the first half. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Seattle's got to score. They need a touchdown on this drive. They've got to do it. And then they've got to score when they come out of the second half. They will get the ball to start the second half. They need to score in that drive, too, to even have a chance. Because this is, I did not see this happening.
Following the touchdown, Borregales back out to send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. To throw is Darnold. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made
I do have a
contact,
criticism of
just as he's trying
the
to haul
Madden
it in.
game. You'll see it here.
After
Probably.
the incompletion,
It's
here now,
in the final 2 minutes. They never really do hurry-up plays because computer
Darnold.
controlled teams, which is weird because when you play against the computer, they do hurry-up offense in the final 2 minutes. But whenever you do the computer versus computer, it never does hurry-up offense. At that time they went out of bounds, so the clock stopped. No reason to do it. But watch if a play is made and they stay in bounds, you can see that clock run.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
2nd and a yard.
Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot down.
See that clock's just running.
The offensive lineman said, "Are you
Under
kidding?
30
We
seconds
just get on our
for
backs
the
and
play
let's go
clock.
get the 1st down." They love being physical.
This offense
So they wasted
finding
it.
its legs now.
20 seconds
Here's
there.
Another 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Back to throw, Darnold. He gets this complete to Shaheed. And they work this near the 5. Will be stopped at the 6. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Play action. It's Darnold. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are
They get a touchdown back.
The final minute of the first half. The way this one was going,
into possessions.
Something before half. They've at least got
that was a really nice drive.
Trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, a full half to be played. Myers connects on the PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, I know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you
tick,
come
tick,
back
goes
and
that
make a
clock.
nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll throw with May. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Douglas. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action now. May. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Wow, that was a big miss.
Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10.
This drink May has the X in red on the
Gets this complete to Butte.
like his X has been activated. It gives
as they'll stop it with 17
the
seconds
player a little bit extra ability. Like for a quarterback, it's usually because they've made so many passes in a row or something like that.
Third and 4. to the air. May. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on fourth down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
That was a bad punt. 28-yard line. They could make one big play to get into field goal range. All 3 timeouts.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Timeout with 3 seconds.
I know everyone is saying, oh, they need to run the ball. Because the last time these two teams faced in the Super Bowl, but that was the wrong time to run it. I would have made a big pass play. Or tried a big pass play.
Our final shot before the break, Darnold. Floating one, incomplete.
Ooh.
So
Most interception to end the half, but 21-7. It'll be interesting to see if
all right, Brandon,
that's how it is in real life at the half.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half.
As they get ready for the second half, I just want to remind you, this simulation, if you're watching it live, came out right after our weekly show. So if you go to the live right before this, you'll find us talking unrivaled basketball, the Olympics, the NBA trade deadline, and of course the Super Bowl. Great show, great conversation. Sports Bay sat in with us the entire show.
It's in this game, right? Because you
yeah, just run it back. We went a little bit longer than we planned, but that's when you know the conversation is excellent.
They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32.
Short pass, 2 yards, 4th and 6.
Short of the first down.
You know, during tonight's show, Keisha did mention that the Patriots' defense seemed to be carrying through the playoffs more so than the offense. I don't remember their pass rush being this good, though, or is Seattle's offensive line just not doing well.
So possession goes over here on
that's crazy how they've been able to pressure Darnold.
looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a 2nd and 8. May now off the bootleg. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing here is May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Darnold. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Milton Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're cheating right there on the brink, aren't they?
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
21 yards. First down, New England.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down